A child does not always grow up in a broken home. Sometimes they grow up in a home where no one is shouting, nothing looks wrong, everything seems normal. But emotionally, something is missing. No warmth, no real connection, no safe space to feel. And that child learns something silently. My feelings don't matter. Today, we are talking about what children actually experience in emotionally disconnected families and how does it shapes their future, confidence, and identity. What emotional disconnection looks like. Let's define this clearly. Emotional disconnection doesn't always mean a neglect. It can look like parents who are physically present but emotionally unavailable. Conversations that are functional, not meaningful. Lack of affection, validation, and listening into your child. I'm going to repeat. It may look like parents who are physically present but emotionally unavailable. Conversations that are functional, not meaningful. Lack of affection, validation, or listening into those conversations. Example: a child shares something very important, and the response is, "That's nice," without any attention. Repeated over time, this becomes a pattern. What can you do if you are experiencing this right now? Think about back into your childhood. Ask yourself, did I feel emotionally safe expressing myself? Answer would be either yes or no, or sometimes. The answer matters more than you think. If you never felt safe expressing yourself in your childhood, then you have got that feeling where you never felt connected with your family. Children don't always have the language to explain what they feel, but internally they may experience loneliness even in a full house, confusion, why they don't respond to me, self doubt, maybe I'm not interesting enough, and emotional suppression. And here is the key point: children don't blame their parents, they blame themselves. They, at that age, do not have the courage to blame. So they start blaming and internalizing it within themselves. This is a quick exercise that can help. As a child, when I felt upset, I usually did this. And the possible options can be stayed quiet, tried to be a good child, looked for attention, and I handled all on my own. This reveals your early coping pattern. This is where it becomes serious. These childhood experiences don't disappear, they evolve into adult patterns. And this is how they come through in the adulthood. Difficulty in expressing emotions. They grow up thinking my feelings are a burden on my family. So they stay silent, avoid vulnerability. People pleasing behavior. They seek validation externally. They become over accommodating, afraid to disappoint others. The third one is fear of intimacy or emotional closeness. Connections feel unfamiliar, so they avoid closeness or cling too tightly in their relationships. Low self worth. They internalize. If I wasn't emotionally seen, maybe I'm not valuable. The fifth one could be attraction to emotionally unavailable partners. And this is a big one because familiarity feels like comfort, even if it hurts. And if you are a parent watching this video, be very mindful that if your child is suffering in the family, they will attract a very similar partner in the long run because that is what they are used to. How can you help with that? Ask yourself honestly, which of these patterns do I see in my life today? Awareness is not a blame, it's a clarity that you carry. And as a parent, you can reflect on what is going on in your own family. Are there any patterns that are playing which your children are absorbing as well? And why does that happen? Parents are not always intentionally disconnected. Sometimes they were raised the same way. They were overwhelmed or stressed. They didn't have emotional tools. So the cycle continued, not because of lack of love, but lack of emotional awareness. What can you do here? Ask, what might my parents have been dealing with emotionally? What are they trying to undo, or what are they trying to resolve inside themselves? And isn't an excuse, it creates understanding. And can this be healed? Yes, but not by ignoring it. Healing starts when you recognize your patterns, allow yourself to feel them, learn emotional expression, and most importantly, give yourself what you didn't receive. I repeat, give yourself what you did not receive. And what can you do? I call it as a reparenting exercise. Ask yourself, what did I need as a child that I did not get? Now say, I can give this to myself now. Again, reparenting exercise, I'm going to repeat it for you. What did I need as a child that I didn't get? And then say to yourself, I can give this self to myself now. And if you are a parent, if you are raising children, this matters deeply. You don't need to be a perfect parent, but you need to be present, attentive, and emotionally available. And every small moments of connection creates that lifelong emotional security for your child, knowing that you are there. Children don't remember every word you would say, but they will remember how they felt around you. And that feeling becomes their inner voice. And if this has resonated with you, comment, I am going to create that awareness. And share it with another parent who you think might need this today. Thank you for watching, and may all your dreams come true.